Hey, do you want to talk? You want to talk on our platform before you go in?
Live stream. We'd love to hear your voice. You always are so powerful and amazing.
Sure. Right now, are they convenient right now?
Yeah, they're
Public input should have just started.
Yeah. Were you signed up to speak for public input? Gotcha. Well, if you want to do
share
one,
your
I just
amazing
tweeted out
words
that
with our platforms.
Yay, hi. How are you, darling?
Wow.
Good. Sorry,
I didn't know you.
This is going to be the scene. She's going to turn the.
Sit here.
monitor. Yep.
Yeah, we're late, so yeah.
I want to make sure because Candy's not speaking yet, is she?
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't. Is she in there? I don't think she is. Or
No, she's in there.
she is. Okay.
Oh,
I want to make sure she knows.
here we go. It's live.
Hello.
There you go.
It is. Oh my goodness! Hi. This is really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
So my name is Dawn Quinique. I'm with Give Us Our Harvest, and so my platform is associated with a little bit of everything. It's not just the abolishment of the police. It's literally a little bit of everything. It's not just the homeless sweeps. The cannabis industry has a lot going on. So how can I say this?
However you want to.
Okay.
Take as much time as you want.
So I am a 37-year-old registered nurse. Should I look more at the camera?
You
here?
can look anywhere you want to. We just want to make sure what matters is that they hear your message.
Okay.
And I'm going to put your microphone.
Is that better?
Yeah, right there.
All right, great. So my name is Dawn Quinique. I started a nonprofit. We're in the process of, it's called Give Us Our Harvest. And this is about the social equity and inclusion in the cannabis industry. Now, the history of this country is that when the settlers came over here, there wasn't any gold, as far as what the money is out here. It was all agriculture, and it still is. Now, I am from the South, born in Texas, raised in Virginia. Okay?
I love it.
Yes, I'm 37 years old, and I'm a registered nurse. Okay, so this is what I know about slavery, right? From cotton to tobacco to sugarcane. We have been in bondage. And now we are still in bondage and out of the wealth when it comes down to the new cash crop of cannabis, which is a lot easier to harvest than cotton. Interesting enough, if you would lay down a map of the United States of America and look at the Confederate States and look at where the cannabis is legal at, it's not where the Confederate States are at. It's true. It's systematic racism. Okay, when it was crack, they locked all of our black asses up. Literally, we have given this country something to do. The harvest, the overseer's job was not just to look after the slaves and bring them back to the hole or the cell when we were trying to run away or didn't want to work. It was also to protect the harvest, the work. Now, since we're not slaves anymore,
Theoretically.
we're not free. We're just not slaves. We're not free. And why would we need an overseer? Why? We shouldn't, but we do. We still have the overseer, AKA police, because they're protecting work. They're still protecting harvest. Now, I want you to understand, then I'm gonna speak as a registered nurse, okay? Big pharmacy, the opioid crisis, physicians, the pharmaceutical companies, patients, they're all suing each other in the circle. Now, the DEA is the Drug Enforcement Administration, okay? They're telling lies about marijuana. They label it as a Schedule I narcotic with no medicinal purposes. It's ridiculous. And highly addictive. Yet in the same website, this is the DEA.gov, says that this med or drug or however they want to label it has no death-related overdoses. I'm a registered nurse. I've given all the drugs across the U.S. doing trauma and critical care, okay, from Virginia, Texas, and now Colorado. I can give somebody with COPD too much oxygen and it's going to kill you, okay? This is the only thing that won't kill you, that won't have you saying hashtag I can't breathe. That's our harvest. To the Black, brown, and indigenous people, give it back. Allow us to make money. We are in the middle of an opioid crisis and a global pandemic, and our economy is all the way to shit. How did a pleasant land become desolate? What did it say about it in the Bible, in the book of Zechariah? People have fun with that. because we didn't listen, because we were mean to the foreigner, the oppressed, the widow, and the fatherless. But we put on the money in God we trust. Well, faith without works is dead, and we looking real dead right now with masks on our face.
Sure.
I'm not playing. God is not playing with us. COVID-19 is not God. That is just us having our free will and God allowing that to happen. You ain't gonna listen to people that have been denying it or not even at least practicing what it says. We spent more time thinking about other things in our body parts and spent more time talking about who gets to go to what bathroom. And we did not prepare for this. And we still weren't thinking about loving our neighbor as ourselves. We too busy thinking about who we loving. But are you loving?
Right.
That's way more important. And now we're realizing that now that it's way more important. But then we're also seeing across those lines the issues. When it comes down to the Black, brown, indigenous community, it's about money because this country don't care about us. We're written in the Constitution. We're not even written in the Constitution. We're written in there as livestock. Okay. So now that you got your cotton in your country, give us back our work. So then we can make money and spend it and kick this economy just like we did when we were slaves. 8% of the nation, 75% of the global market for cotton. This country bred us like sheep, dog, and donkey to do work outside in the field. Then generations out, put us in ghettos and tall concrete buildings like cities in Chicago. You don't put a lot of lions in the one pen. We got a lot of energy.
No one has more energy than you.
No
one.
That's a good God, and I give God glory for it. So this is the deal. I got to give us our harvest. I know I went on a tangent.
I love your tangents.
But the thing is, it all ties into a piece of what we're still doing. John Boehner, the former Speaker of the House, is running big cannabis. When he was Speaker of the House, he put thousands of us in prison. But now with one investment company, Acreage Holdings, they got $119 million to knee us on the neck with our own cash, with exclusive shares, and that's with one company. And they're changing policy while we're making noise about our Black lives and names that this country don't care about. It's always about the money. That's why Abraham Lincoln wrote it in the second inaugural address. And then proceeded to say, it was because of 8% of this country, we had a war because it was about money. And it was when the first time when In God We Trust was put on the money. And people don't realize it was during the Civil War. And it's for the love of money is the root of all evil. And here we are. This is some evil. This is some absolute evil that is going on right now. And we have done this to our children. And we have to be the ones that fix it. And we can. We absolutely can. All we gotta do is do the right thing. Do what we do when we were children and make believe and close our eyes and do the right thing. That's all this is about. What is the dollar bill backed on? It ain't gold. No. It's not gold. It's a promise with a president that can't tell the truth right now. Get there. He's nothing but a modern day Pharaoh. I mean, he's nothing but Pharaoh in Old Testament with a hard heart and that lion. Let us go so we can be free. Literally, this is not, the harvest, Cain and Abel. We're repeating biblical. Somebody's got to pray. It's one of us, anybody on this earth got to pray. Martin Luther King, somebody had to pray. Abraham Lincoln, somebody got to pray. Nothing ever good and great was done without prayer. People can say what they want to say about it, but to the God, you don't have to believe in God, but put it on the money. You believe in that $20 bill.
Yep.
Right. And that $20 bill made out of paper and be thrown in the fire, and then it's worth what? Absolutely nothing. It's not even backed on gold, but it's about to be backed on the weed. It's really about to be backed on the cannabis. They're literally going to be buying us out of a portion of our debt because they don't deposit the money. It's still drug money. So when we go buy our cannabis, and my ex-husband who had stage 4 lymphoma, stage 4 cancer, and I lived in Texas. And I put my license online looking, I ain't got it. Hey, look, I don't work for anybody. I'm gonna tell the truth. They got nurses down in Texas taking liters of fentanyl and they still got their nurse license.
So wrong.
But it's white privilege. It is. Opioid crisis was white privilege. When it was crack, they locked us all up. When it's opioid, we gotta figure out something.
Yeah.
And they did, any and everything. Methadone clinics. You know, you're up here in the mountains where you can just smoke weed and drink all kinds of night long and with a little bit of cushion money. But you go down in Alabama where we were picking cotton at and get caught with paraphernalia, your Black ass at a certain time, and you're not getting no financial aid and you can't vote. So you still cleaning the master's floor. Most of the guys in the industry are from the South, and they came up here with their cash. Black lives only mattered when we were picking cotton. So then give us our harvest and allow us to work. So I know I've been rambling, and
No, not at all. I'm with you.
So
I love your rambles.
yes,
I've heard
thank
them
you.
Now for 3 months. And I
So
love
the
them
thing
every
is,
time.
is give us our harvest and giveusOurharvest.com is a website that is just kind of laid out. I've only been doing this for a couple of months because, like I said, my background's in nursing, and I like to speak to God about what it is that I'm doing, because this is a prayer. You know, I've been able to give all the drugs that kill you, but this one, we have the right to medicate and not die. We have the right to medicate and not die. So are you saying that my addiction and my illness is more profitable to this country and label it something that it's not? Let my God be true and every man be a lie. To the God that we say that we trust on the money, somebody God pray. That's why I asked to give us our harvest. That's Jesus, the Lord of the harvest. It's a seed-bearing plant. You can't keep making it off a crazy profit. And so think about it. Every time we go buy cannabis, which all of a sudden became essential during the pandemic,
Right.
12.2% of the tax revenue from the cannabis industry go to pay the police in the state of Colorado. That's more than it does in higher education. Imagine what it would look like if the people of color had control over the industry. I'm telling you what, defund the police for what I just took. I got control over your salary. And then a portion of that went to their pensions. A portion of the cannabis industry is paying for Governor Polis's his raise. You got to go on the marijuana and the med.gov and look at like how they allocate your money and get sick and get real sick. And then you realize it's paying for the prisons. What all of else is doing is a portion supposed to be going to homeless. A portion of $1 million in cash goes to the upkeep of the Capitol. Look, all this had already been in the budget. This is just for fun. And now they're going to get bonuses for whoever state. I can just see how this all pans out. Virginia's about to legalize marijuana for what? Because the tobacco industry is in it right now, and John Boehner is running them through that with that cash cow like this, like, and being really quiet. And I mean, you can just look up John Boehner and cannabis and go ahead and get sick. They're trying to figure out diseases, and they're literally, there's not even disease. We won't even go there. We won't even go there at all, but we'll go with the marketing and the money. We'll stick it right there. So like the Canopy company is a big one. And they're doing things where they want to talk about decriminalization. They want to talk and descheduling only for their benefit. Big Pharma is in so much trouble because we all been stopped. We ain't breathing. We're not breathing. And guess whose issue this is? Guess who does this? That's not us.
That's right.
That's white people. White people do this. We smoke. We are literally, we're paying for the out of our pockets. We're paying for it still with the own cannabis because it's us too. And then hear me out. No one hears and says anything about alcohol, but as a critical care nurse, I put more people in the morgue collectively over alcohol than all the drugs combined. Period. No one likes to say anything about the situation at all, or like to be honest about it, or where your opioid crisis is also coming from. Go on the board of nursing in your state and see how Becky is losing her nurse license and how much fentanyl that she divert out. No one likes to talk about that. There's so much racism in the nursing industry, it's ridiculous. And no one wants to bring that up, but they're struggling too, even right now in this pandemic, where they changed in certain industries like HCA, that they're not going to randomly test you for marijuana anymore because they know somebody got to get their mind checked, and they don't want their nurses overdosing on the unit anymore. I'm dead ass.
I believe it.
So everybody is getting paid, and the marijuana industry got their pot, like literally their hand in, even paying the energy companies because they use the most of it. So they increase their stock. They're doing stock shares overseas on exclusive shares. We don't know this shit, and they know it. It's a strong message for me to share with other people, but when I try to get support, because I stand outside dispensaries by myself and they know that I'm right. I've gotten blocked off LinkedIn. I've been banned, like blocked from tagging like the white shade and green solution, even though the green solution has me as an advocate nurse over a year ago. I asked all these people for jobs just to work as a bud tender so I could learn about the product so I can teach patients. And the only that I was given is a job. I have a whole degree, so all I'm able to do is cut grass. Green Solution used me on their social media platform, which, yeah, please and thank you. But they never even paid me attention or like say, hey, blah, 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 you know, anything. I mean, even the fact that when I applied for a simple job. So why? Why am I not there? Is that white privilege? Pretty much. Because nobody back there for real looked like us. The prison system looked this color.
Right. Right. Dispensaries are all white.
Bob Marley is this color. And so they're going to give us our work back. They can keep what they got. You just don't need any more. Denver is having 7 more licenses opening up. 7 more licenses for dispensary. There's only one Black-owned dispensary in the entire state of Colorado.
That is ridiculous.
And that's Simply Pure, and she's owned by Wanda Jane. Only one. There's several Black-owned, different manufacturers of different products, but not very many. So give us our harvest.com. I will be trying to find out who makes these products, because this is medicine for me. I'm a nurse. I'm not talking about getting high. I'm talking about
pain management
and illnesses and cancer and legit stuff. Now, if you want to recreate, it's probably the safest way to recreate over everything that I've seen people do.
Absolutely. That
I've seen people do as a critical care trauma nurse. So I'm just going to speak all the way honestly about it. What is that? 420 is a dead holiday at the hospital. Cinco de Mayo is a whole nother story. 2 different substances.
Yep. Believe it.
Right. And so with that being said, as it's going to be legal in Virginia, other states are looking at it, Louisiana, it needs to reflect the same color the people that you took it from. Yeah. It needs to be like the same color as the population that was enslaved. Allow us to make money. We're going to spend money and we're going to kick the economy. And it's not just Black. I'm talking about Black, brown, and indigenous.
100%. It's 5 minutes before the general session starts. So yeah, anything else you want to say? How can we best support you?
Yes, please. If you go and give us a harvest.com, look at where it says you can either volunteer or donate. I really need to put an executive board together because I'm a nurse. I don't know all this other stuff, but what I do know how to do is to get salt to a snail and make it like they want it, because this is a prayer. It's not going to fail. I know this is not going to fail. It's so much love. It don't even seem honest. Conservative people love it because they want us to stop yelling. So as soon as you give us the ability to make the money, we'll stop yelling. If Denver, I would like to get a petition started. If Denver's going to open up 7 licenses, all 7 licenses need to go to a minority. I don't know how to start a dispensary, but I would love to start a harvest pod where the community bought into it and the proceeds went to where we told it to go to.
I love that idea.
Right. Literally planted a seed and just see where it grows or buds. Any help that I can get from anyone that has time, and I don't have money, but I have a good God and a lot of prayer in me and a lot of energy. Absolutely. and I need any kind of help, any supports or ideas that I can get. So then that's Give Us Our Harvest. And my name is Donquinique. That's spelled DONQUENICK. And it's Give Us Our Harvest. And it's all the hashtags. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, or with the first name, and also with Give Us Our Harvest and giveusOurharvest.com.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for allowing me to stop by. Hey, how are you? But you know what? Just to see what they would do with the money. Oh, she's going in. She's speaking now.
Oh no, she hasn't started speaking yet. Public comment ends in about 5 minutes. Sorry.
Oh, I'm super excited for her.
Me too.
Because you want to know something as a registered nurse. I've dealt with combative people all the time. All I had was a prayer and a stethoscope and a big mouth. Yeah. Are we doing this today? I'm gonna win.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love it.
Right. And so that's all I got. How you been?
Yeah. I've been good. The baby started school today.
Mine did too. And so, hey, I've been homeless for a while.
Oh, goodness.
And I need to get out, to be somewhere where I'm just in one spot. Do you have somebody, my mom, let me know what you need, because I've been investing all of my time. This is a big onion. cannabis industry thing. Like, I don't even, like, when I saw the tax and stuff, it's hundreds of pages, and it's kind of scary. Like, what's going on with the money? And it's cash. The amount of fines they pay, like $1 million a pop, like this the other months, like millions of dollars a year in pop, just in fines. So if it was so easy for you to pay it like that, then why do we have so many homeless people out here?
It's a good question.
So then what is going on really? How many billions of dollars in profit did this one state make? Because it's estimated a profit in year 2022 for 1 year profit only $77 billion. We're talking about profit. We're not talking about the what is that, gross or net of the entire industry.
Gross national product.
Yeah, like industrial hemp is the new plastic. What are we doing? We got messed out of our generational wealth.
Yeah, you did.
But not. It's not too late because it's not controlled by the federal government. Trump can't send his stuff on this. That's why I need this to be like help on like hard pressure and like fast. Because then Oregon would pick up on it, Washington would, Nevada, all these states are legal. And if we get them protesting on one focused move, imagine what that domino would do. That's a lot of free up money that could just be spread, blanket, and literally fold that, like domino that money back to the motherland, to that country that is devastated by that continent that has been devastated, by what white settlers have done, just dead ass and colonized. We're not even asking for the gold back. You can keep your buildings and your shit. We're going to make our own. And it's going to be so awesome that nobody's going to want to mess with your old stuff.
That's right. Thank you for telling us all of it. Oh
I love you. That's a lot. I love you too,
Good to
MK.
see you.
It's good to see you.
You are too. This hair never gets like, it's always perfect. Why is your hair always so perfect?
You know what? I think the older that it gets, because I'm going to get a fresh install.
Okay.
It's just a weave, and I think, how when you wear a weave, it just kind of like grows to you or something. And this particular pattern and color is my pattern and color.
Yeah.
So it's called Bohemian, and it's like a 27 and 1B27. Yeah, thank you. It's about over a month in, so I can't wait for my fresh install on Thursday.
Woo. Well, I can't wait to see it this weekend, man. Oh,
yeah, let's go in. All right, love that. What?
Okay, bring her over.
Let me go inside. I love you. I said that your number. I'll text you because anywhere that I can get help with this.
Yeah, I don't know anything about homelessness right now, but
no, not the homelessness, but the harvest thing. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
literally, it taps into the homeless. The someone's getting paid under the table that we don't know. Like, we're gonna start digging up some propaganda and start telling dirty stuff, and it's the truth. Like, and why is marijuana so overly sexualized? Stop doing that to the plant.
Absolutely.
Right. Stop making it something that it isn't.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone,
but since I brought it to your attention and put that word on you, will.
Shoot, yeah. Thank you. Love you more. Did you want to come make a comment? Sure. Have a seat. Let me come back. I'm just going to. So we're going to interrupt the feed and come back into it because we had a problem with Facebook.
Can I just watch?
Absolutely.